Well, here we are, it's 2024. So, as a couple of my buddies know, I took a lot of videos off of the channel because we got this problem with AI, and AI is a big problem. AI is a big problem. It's a big problem for you and I and everybody else because it is a predatory computer thing. So, and some people will call it a tool. Some people will say that we can control it and so on, but I think that those days of being able to control AI are long past because AI is so progressive on its learning curve. It's just exponentially has jumped. And I saw that a long time ago. I saw that it would do something like this. But of course, nobody wants to really think about the consequences of something getting out of control like that. And they don't feel since it is a computer thing, they feel that you can always unplug it. But the problem is when they start integrating AI into every single thing that's electronic, that's when it can really get out of hand, and it can learn to protect itself, and then it can learn to adapt and overcome and so on. So AI is being used in many different nefarious ways already. AI can watch this video and pick up my facial features and my mannerisms, and it can pick up my voice and everything, and then it can turn around and aggregate all of that data and then turn around and make a facsimile of me saying other things, which you know, if somebody wanted to do something like that for any kind of a reason, to use me for something, right, then they could do that, and then, you know, the average person, and maybe even the above average person, won't even know that it's not me, not really me, and they'll think that I said that thing or I did that thing or what have you. And that's as a matter of fact, Harrison Ford talked about it. You know, the fellow that played Han Solo, I guess they used AI to basically recreate him for some scenes, and it really made him think. But AI is a big problem. It is a big problem, but I don't think that it's going away because too many people will just not listen. They just will not listen to any kind of well, they wouldn't listen to this video, for instance. You know, they would just say, "Oh, you're being over dramatic, and you've seen too many movies," or what have you. But in my opinion, AI is dangerous, and it could be just be used as a weapon against people politically or in any other manner that somebody might see fit for nefarious reasons, you know. So obviously, in the past, I've been very outspoken about certain things, and you know, and I still stand behind that. But we just can't. We can't let this AI thing take over. I mean, AI. I mean, even if you go on any website, for instance, that sells things, and you look at reviews, AI has even taken over reviews. You'll see an aggregated response to all of, you know, let's say there are 1,000 reviews. AI read those 1,000 reviews and summarized them in one review, you know. So, I mean, this is what we're looking at. And some people may say, well, that saves me from reading 1,000 reviews. But then it gets worse. You know, now you got companies are using AI on job interviews on you know, they want to video conference you, and then they want to use AI to watch your facial features and listen to your voice and all these other things. And most of the time they're doing it surreptitiously without you knowing it. They don't inform you beforehand that they're using a program run by AI on you. And to be quite honest, the video interviews, in my opinion, are not good, because then they're just looking at you. They're profiling you. You know, they're looking at you. Are you white? Are you black? Are you Asian? Are you fat? Are you good looking? Are you thin? All of these different things. They're judging you by your looks in a video interview. And many times in the past, people would just get a phone interview. They wouldn't even see the other person. They wouldn't even know anything that they looked like. And of course, you got regular interviews where you go in. So, I mean, we just have a lot of problems with AI, and it's only going to get worse. You know, they're politicizing AI. You know, now we got Hillary Clinton talking about AI, you know, as far as the upcoming selection, right? So that's just kind of like her saying, hey, we're going to use AI to cheat again, you know, but we're going to use AI this time, you know. So so yeah, AI is just, I just can't keep going on about it, because it'd be never ending if I just kept going on and on and on, because it'd be never ending. This video would never stop. You know, but AI is just taking over. The next thing you know, AI is going to be taking over your cars. And then of course, people who have you know, nanotechnology in their bodies, they're going to be taking over people. You know, I mean, you think that's very far-fetched, but it isn't. You know, I was saying back at the start of the pandemic, talking about 5G and cellular phones and Skynet and all of those things, and people thought that I was crazy, but yet you're seeing all of those things come about now. You know, all of those things with the WEF and Klaus Schwab's transhumanism. All that stuff has to do with nanotechnology being injected into people. Okay, so what happens is you know, the powers that be talk to each individual person through Skynet. Skynet talks to 5G cell towers. 5G cell towers talk to transmitter receiver telephones. Okay, and then the phones, which are transmitter receivers, talk to the nanotechnology in people's bodies. Right? So it just goes on and on. I mean, next thing you know, they're going to be downloading stuff into people, you know, instructions, right, wirelessly into people, and it's gonna make people do stuff, you know, if it hasn't already. I never got any of the injections, none of them. I didn't, and I'm not getting anything, and I don't care what they say. I have bodily autonomy. I don't care what the WHO says. I don't care what the WEF says. I don't care what any alphabet agency says at all. It's just out of hand. Everything is out of hand. There's gonna be trouble. The revolt that I talked about before, the revolt, rapture of Christians, and the rise of the Antichrist, that's still on the agenda. That's still coming. The revolt has not happened yet. I thought that the revolt would have happened already, and the rapture would have already happened already by the end of 2023. But at the same time, we got to acknowledge that, you know, there's several different calendars, and we could be off by a few months on any of these things. You know, it's not going to be off by a few years. It's going to be off by a few months, I think, at the most. I think that there'll probably be a revolt sometime, or, you know, either around the time of the selection in the U.S. or sometime thereafter. You know, it's just all going to come to a head at some point. It's either going to be civil war amongst the people, or it's going to be revolutionary war. One or the other. I don't think there's any way around it. I think that is probably going to be either the start of the revolt or the actual revolt. And then, of course, after that, sometime after that, will be the rapture of Christians. So that's what I think. Am I 100% correct? No, I'm not 100% correct. That's just what I'm feeling, and yeah. So that's just what I'm feeling about all that. I'm gonna end this video. So that's my little talk on AI. I'll catch you in the next one.